Hi folks, Mark here. Just a quick update on what I've been building, what I've been planning to do and what I've been buying. So let's get started with this because I've got a lot to get through. First of all, we'll start with this one. This is the Ming 135th Husky TSV, the British variant. Absolute joy to build and weather, and up there with Tamiya kits. Everything fitted, they actually fitted that good. There were some parts that didn't even need glue to fit them. That's how good the fit is. It comes in 3 sections. You've got the main section under there. You stick that bit on. The cab is a separate section, and this at the back rear is a separate section. So it's a full interior. What I've painted all inside. I'm not going to open the doors at the moment because they're just fit in place. I'm wanting to have this door and maybe that door open. What I'm thinking of doing is drilling a couple of wee holes, putting a wee bit of bent tubing in so you can place them, so you can take the tubing out, have them like this. If you want them on display, you can fit the tubing in, put them in the wee hole, and they'll end up being at the angle that we need. I made this base. This is only my 3rd base I made. I made a one for the Star Wars kit I done the Airfix sort of one, and this is my 3rd one. Again, it's just a picture frame with some filler on it, sand from my work, and just a mixture of different colours of sand, dark yellow, pigments as well there. These I got on eBay, just little bits of turf. It just sets it off. As I say, the antenna, I've still got to glue that on, but it goes in there, and that's the door I want to open. If you fit it there, you won't get the door open, so that's why I've left it loose. The rear opens up as well. All the jerry cans. I'll zoom in a wee bit better for you. There we go. All the storage I got on a Tamiya set I had lying around. It's US storage, modern storage, but because that was meant to be for the Hummer. But I thought, okay, what? You need something to fill it because it would look daft. So it was all weathered using pigments and different types of colours of paint. I used the Real Colours British Sand Yellow. It's a base colour, and done different shades. Add buff to it, white to it, NATO brown to it, NATO black, just to get all of this weathering look. Pigments I used, it was AK stuff. That antenna was from a German kit that I slimmed down and added. As I say, everything went fine with it. It was absolutely lovely kit. The only other thing I had the issue with is you don't get any silver. They actually, these are meant to be little bits of plastic and you make paint silver. I used the Molotov chrome pen. I was going to do it with tin foil. The big ones were fine, but the little ones, every time I pushed it in, it was and burnish it down, it would just crack. So I just done it with Molotov. Apart from that, an absolute joy to build. I can't complain about this. I'm actually thinking of getting another one and making it a post-apocalyptic kind of style. The taxi at the front, that was online in Google during the Iraqi war. I seen on a picture of it, so I done it how they done it. They had a taxi on it, which I think was quite fun. I put some with the window wipers with the dust effect. There you go, see it there. As I say, the full interior's done. There's pictures on my that I've put up in groups of it. The dog was from the Tamiya set, which I just added, just a novelty. But apart from that, an absolute beautiful kit. No problems at all. And that's that completed and done. And like I say, I highly recommended it. Next on my bench, I bought this from my last purchases, which was that, and I think it was the AFV scimitar I got. This is the Zedfa, I can't remember how you say it, 135 T34 85 kit. Again, another lovely kit. It was only about £24 or something like that. And again, I would highly recommend this. The only problem is my fault. There's a section here to here, section here to there, and one of them, I cut them all off, the 4 of them off, but didn't realise that one of them is slightly, maybe about 2mm longer than the other, and I put the two short ones on, I think it was this side, and nothing would meet. That's why there's a slight gap there. My fault, not the kit's fault, my fault. So I had to do a wee bit of modifying of this one. I had to cut the ends, that's why there's a wee bit there and a wee bit there. But apart from that, I can't fault it. Really can't. It's an absolutely joy to build. Only thing I've got to do is put the tow ropes on and the wee covers that I've got to weather, which go there. The cover with the driver we see through. Apart from that, nothing. Absolutely nothing. A lovely kit. For the price, you can't beat it. It's great bang for your buck. So I'm not going to look at it. So I've just got to weather them a wee bit better. Make them a wee bit more steel colour. I used gunmetal, but I think it sticks out like a sore thumb. Just got to weather them a bit. But again, this was a case of multiple layers of paint. The white stripe down here was all done by freehand. And everything else was just, I done some bashes and knocks on some of the areas to give it a worn look. Weather-wise, it was mostly old school dry brushing, metallic grey, natal black. I actually got the, where is it? Yep, the pigment gunmetal, which you can shine up and make worn effects and all that. I didn't go into heavily chipping. I'm not into chipping big time. I'll bring it forward. Some people some people can do it. I just can't get grass. The only thing I need to do is I broke the little gun that come out. That's just a tiny little sprue that comes out. I might not even bother doing it because this was just a fun project to do. I tried to do colour modulation again with the darkness to light in the areas and all that. It's an art, it's a skill. I've just not got there yet. So that was a fun little build. So I've wanted to say, not got long, and that'll be number 9 this year done. So, what have I bought? Actually, no, what I'll do is I'll carry on. If you just give me a bit, be back in a minute. I listened to a podcast called the Plastic Posse Podcast. You'll find it on any podcast streaming service. I highly recommend you check them out, including Just Making Conversation, On the Bench, Scale Model Podcast, and Plastic Posse Mojo. So, the Plastic Posse Podcast, they are doing a group build on Tamiya or Edward Spitfire Mark 1 or Mark 2 kits. So I purchased myself the Edward Mark 1 early. These have got the new decal sheets, which you put down, lay down, decal solution as usual, then you peel off a film. It's supposed to give a more painted on look. I've heard good things about it, I've heard bad things about it. Honestly, I'm pretty nervous about it because it could absolutely stuff up a beautiful job and you might have to go doing aftermarket. But we'll see. I'm going to take my time. It's an open group build, so there's no rush. What I've started that yesterday, as you can see, got the aluminium at the back. I am going to do the Spitfire from Drem from East Lothian on the road for me. So that's the colour scheme I'm going to do. Sidewalls, blackened off. comes with tons of PE, so I'm waiting on a new Super Glue getting delivered. What I've done is I painted cockpit green, aluminium, and got a bit of NATO black and darkened down the bottom to give a wee bit of darkness, weathering, all the bits and usual cockpit and all that. What I've done is the frame, don't know if you'll see it, yeah, it makes it really light. I drilled out all the little holes. One side, this side, is to get painted aluminium. So when it fits in the frame, it'll be aluminium and it'll be the cockpit green. It's meant to be a duck colour, but I'm only using what I've got, which is Tamiya 71 cockpit green. I've got the Tamiya Mark 1 Spitfire. I've got that about a year and a half ago, built it. Have I finished it? Nah, I gave up. I don't know why. There's all the parts, wheels and everything. Even from my little engine from a Zero that I've never finished. It's all there, all the pilots there. I'm tempted to actually paint the pilot and see if actually he'll fit in the Edward kit, because it doesn't come with it. And have him sitting in it with the door open. Yeah, it is. This is Tamiya one. This is an absolute gorgeous kit. So well engineered. Painted the black lines. So it's a bit glossy, but I still gloss, even though folks say you don't have to. But I wanted to put a wash through this. So that's flat coated. I've done a wee bit of marbling on that. That you can probably see the pre-shade coming through. That's a joy, because that's just one piece. And you just fit the middle bit in. Near this through holes and everything like that. So that's ready to go. Only thing I need to do is, I think there's a couple more decals that go in the here. And part for that is, I might just keep this a fresh bird. No chipping, no nothing. We'll see. I'm not too sure about it, but I want to place that and the Edward one side by side. So that's the group build I entered. It's on pin, check them out. Plastic Posse podcast. I think they're on 21 or 14 episodes or something like that, but check them out. Any scale model, love them. What I've purchased, I've got a couple of things on order. I've never built a Sherman tank, so that's due tomorrow. So I've got the Tamiya new too old Sherman tank with extra storage and logs and all that, like the Fury. I'm not going to make it the Fury because that's just made up, but I'm going to add the storage, the bags all round about it. So I'll use this as an example. So there was Sherman, of the logs there, the storage on the back, storage at the front. I've ordered up all that. It was only £8, so I may as well do it. The other thing I ordered was this. I was looking at these. These are the shanked, big shanked drill pieces. Because I bought the cheap, you get them on the side at home, the cheap ones. Got these, all different sizes. And I got this from eBay, I think it was. Or was it? No, this was Amazon. I got this £8. And I've used them to drill and they're pretty good. So, can't have enough tools. The other thing I've ordered is the Tamiya Hanomag Kit, £12.50. Oh, sorry. It's a classic kit. I'm going to build it. I seen Spencer Pollard build one, add a little bit of scratch build into it, and it looked absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to do the same. Again, I was going to do the Airfix 124 Hellcat that I got for, I think it was £80. But I'm not going to have the time. I'm on the process of getting a loft conversion done and work, as I say, I'm a greenkeeper, and these months, this June, July and August and maybe into September is our busiest part for greenkeeping, competition wise. So it's all go, early starts. I'm not going to justify and opening that up. I'm not going to give it a time. It's over 600 part kit. I'd rather leave it to next year when everything's done and dusted and I can put my mind to it and make a cracking job of it. So that's put in the back burner. I was going to do it this year, but I thought, a long and hard thought, I would get to the point where I wouldn't enjoy it. So I bought, as I say, I bought the Sherman, I bought the Hanomag, and I got this. The Ming K4386 Typhoon. That gun is the same gun as you use on their Terminator tanks that I built. This looks absolutely beautiful. I'll get open. Let's have a look. I do love my armour cars. Paint scheme. I'll try and draw it back. Here we go. Paint scheme I'm going to do. I was going to go for that, but I thought that's boring. That. Oh baby. Tricolour. I've seen a couple of guys on YouTube paint it. I've done one before, done the Terminator, Ming Terminator 135th, using vinyl tape to get all that. So that's the paint scheme I'm going for. What I've also ordered up is the AK Real Colour Russian set, which is 3 main colours for that, which is the ones that I'll show you. And I've already used Real Colours for the Husky, and it's an absolute beautiful paint to put down. Lovely. The spray's beautiful. So this is a quick one. This is the size here. So I'll get my trusted ruler out. Here we go. Here we go. So I do inches. So you're talking about 6.5 inches. So it's going to be a pretty decent size. It's going to be up there with the Husky in size. This is what I was bowled over. There's springs for the suspension, but look at the detail. Absolutely gorgeous. White plastic for some reason. Pull that a wee bit. I'm not going to open up because full interior. Like I can't get enough interiors. But you can see all the doors, absolutely beautiful. It looks like a cracking kit. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this. So this, the Sherman and the Hanomag are going to be my summer project. Here's all the seats, all the hubs, and you get your usual. Looks like the very same windows as the Husky. That you put the inserts inside. Yes, you do. So it gives you the thickness and a bit of photo etch, maybe for the grill. Maybe, don't know. I've not actually went through the instructions. So that's that done. Oh, what? People, I hope you've not got headphones on. We'll go for it. Just open it up. Let's have a look at the tyres. There you go. Nice chunky tyres. And good enough is, sorry my hand's in the way, no seam. They'll take it. Oh, they look beautiful. Yes, they are. Got writing on the wall, side walls. Yeah, is there? Imagine that coming down your road with that gun. This is going to be great. If it's anything like the Husky, it'll fit like a dream. I'll have no time at all, you'll have it all built up. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think it was only about £38, so if you're interested in your modern trucks and all that, keep an eye out for me on YouTube, and we'll see how it goes. So that's me. I think that's me all done and dusted. As I say, I'm waiting on the other ones getting delivered. I want to crack on with the Spitfire as much as I can, because when that came, I was dying to start that right away. That's me. But I can't find any more photo etch than that, but I don't think there really is. But if you look at the box art, look at that. What a beast. As I say, it'll be like that. But that's a cracking kit. Plus the Sherman, as I say, I've never built a Sherman. I never even built a T34 tank. So I want to get that finished. I want to crack on with that. I've got plenty of time for that. But I want to try and get all the cockpit done, fitted. The two halves of the main body, fuselage in place, all done and dusted before I even tack the wings or anything like that. Get the photo etch done. Then I can leave that alone so I didn't get bogged down with that and start the Ming Typhoon. I was originally going to get the Ming DR9 Dozer. They had it on a rainforest company for, I think it was £45, but it was out of stock. That's, I think that could be, I might try and get that at the end of the month. If I don't see it anywhere cheaper, I want to build that. I'm really into my armour at the moment. This was a struggle at the start. I started this and the fatigue started to get, the boredom started to get right away. Oh, I can't be bored doing this. My playing mojo has went downhill big time. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of plane kits, including that Hellcat. But I do like Hellcats. But the armour at the moment, building these armoured cars, ones like that, yes. So that's all for me now. I will get back to you in another week's time. Hopefully my other parts of my kits arrive and I'll show you them. And I'll show you what I've done in the Spitfire. And I'll do the final reveal of this. I'm at 94 subscribers, so please like and subscribe me. Get me the 100. I need the 100 as a wee celebration. This is definitely out my comfort zone. I don't like doing things like this. I've never done it. I just started it up because I wanted another outlet on my modelling. I'm not going to say that I'm a great modeler. I think I'm just an above average. I've only been doing it for 6 years. There's far better people out there, but Spencer Pollard came out with a great saying, and this was brought up on Just Making Conversation. And I met James Skiffin, who hosts that with Malcolm Childs, Models for Heroes, people. We're all, Spencer Pollard's saying was, we're all on the same path. It's just how far the path you're on that makes you what you are. I could be a mile down the path while Spencer Pollard, folk like James, who does excellent dioramas, he could be 2 miles down the path, but we're still on the same path. And we'll eventually get to that point of skill level. So it doesn't matter if you're good, bad, or brilliant. We're all on the same path. This is an enjoyable hobby. We don't need any nitpickers. We don't need any rivet counters. Criticism is done either a good way, not a bad way. If somebody asks for it, be polite. Give them help. You never know. Make you feel good. I always try and help as many folk as I can. And they say, oh, how do you do this and how do you do that? Works for me, but it might not work for somebody else. You're always learning. So be positive. Don't be negative. And stay safe. We're starting to come out of the COVID. The restrictions are starting to lift. So if you've got a hobby shop, support your hobby shop. All these people helped me in my group, in my YouTube, spreading the word, etc. If you like the podcast, as I say, I've mentioned the podcast before, go and listen to them. So I'm going to tune out, and that's me. So stay safe, keep modelling. Remember, don't be a dafty, get crafty.